Hey, sixth grade. Um, Welcome back from spring break. Before we dive right into this new unit, I want to make sure that you have the materials you need ready to go. So we are going to do some stop and jots. So you need a writing utensil, pen, pencil, marker, whatever, and something to write on. Post-it note, notebook, scrap paper, whatever it is. I want you to grab that now. So go ahead and pause this video and grab the materials if you don't already have them. Okay, great. We are starting an informational writing unit today. Informational writing is really writing to teach. So I'm going to suggest that you take this upcoming month as a time to learn like journalists. Okay. Journalists are sent out on a beat to research something happening in the world, and their goal is to grasp the essence of that topic or the main gist of that topic quickly enough to teach others about it, right? Specifically, we'll be researching kids who are making a difference in the world. Many people call them teen activists. And we're focusing on teen activism because I believe that, one, it's really interesting and powerful and important, but really, your words are powerful and important, and we can use that to recruit or rally people to become activists or join you in making a difference in the world, right? We will be writing some essays, creating websites, all that great stuff with our information. But first, we're going to start with researching teen activism in a way that you will become an expert on that topic and maybe even begin becoming a teen activist yourself. So today is the beginning of this unit, so you'll learn how to enter a new topic of study really strongly. Okay. Again, I want to teach you that informational writers research and gather information quickly to be able to teach others. When you want to learn about a topic, it can help to start with what you already know. Although you may not realize it, you know something about teen activism because you probably know this teen activist, or at least you've heard of her before. Okay. Now, this is just a picture of Malala, right? It is not an article that defines what teen activism is and what she's done for this movement. And in the real world, you won't always find articles that really spell everything out for you. You have to begin with what you already know and piece together the information that you're reading in order to really put it all together into something that you can teach others about, right? So let's start with what we know. And I want to do a quick jot about what you think activism is. So I would title your notebook Teen Activism or Activism in general. And I want you to quickly jot, what do you think activism is? Go ahead. Okay. If you pause to write a little bit longer, that's a good idea. If not, and you already have your ideas, great. I want to share with you a lot of us, when I was talking to some people, is that activists see problems in the world and they don't just like address it in the sense of like, oh, wow, that's too bad, but they actually take action. They do something about the problems that they see in their life, right? And problems that really affect others. It's not just like, my shoelace broke. It's a big issue, right? And activists inspire followers. There's one specific activist that we all learn about at a very young age, right? Who has a famous speech of, I have a dream. Martin Luther King Jr. is also seen as an activist. As for this unit, we are focusing on teen activism. So Malala is going to be a nice jumping off point. Again, when we want to learn about a topic, it's important and helpful to start with what we already know. Okay. I want to keep researching, and we're going to watch a video about Malala and jot notes as quickly as we can. Okay. So get ready to jot. I have my notes already set up, and I just titled it Malala. So if you don't want to write her first and last name, you don't have to. But again, what really sticks out to you? What would you want to teach others about teen activism, about Malala, about the movement that she's created? Ooh, I didn't mean for you to see my notes yet. We'll do this. And sound. Go ahead, get ready.
Targeted by the Taliban just because she wanted girls to go to school. Tonight, Malala Yousafzai speaks. Her life-changing surgery is over, and ABC's Bob Woodruff has talked to her father as well about the fragile young girl full of so much passion and purpose.
Malala Yousafzai's journey from this to this is nothing short of a miracle. And today, for the first time, people heard her voice.
Today you can see that I'm alive. I can speak. I can see you. I can see everyone. And I'm getting better day by day. It's just because of the prayers of people.
Prayers and letters sent to this young girl who became a symbol of hope. She was just 12 when the Taliban shut down her school and a public crusade began.
I have the right of education. I have the right to play. I have the right to sing. I have the right to talk. I have the right to speak up.
Her actions made her a target. Last October, on her way home from school, she was brutally attacked. Gunmen entered her van and shot her at point-blank range in the head. She was medevaced to England in critical condition, but she refused to die. The bullet had glanced off her skull, traveled down her cheek, and into her shoulder. Incredibly, it didn't enter her brain. As her story spread, so did her following. I spoke with her father, Zuyuddin, a school teacher himself.
Malala has become a hero. She has now triggered a huge movement around the world. She gets letters from children.
Malala is incredible.
They have made videos for her. Did you ever imagine there would be this kind of reaction to what happened to her?
I think Malala is an inspiration for the children all over the world. When she fell, Pakistan stood and the whole world supported her.
Today, Malala was sitting up in bed after 5 hours of surgery this weekend to repair her skull and damaged ear. She released a video statement talking about her new fund.
I want to serve the people. And I want every girl, every child to be educated. And for that reason, we have organized Malala Fund.
What are you trying to accomplish by the fund?
Our aim and our dream is to educate children, and especially girls, because when you educate a girl, you educate the whole family, you educate a generation, you educate all other coming children.
The challenge is enormous. Today, there are 32 million girls around the world who are not in school.
Now, while that fund is actually to get off the ground, she is actually recovering now, Diana. You can, right on the left side, you can see that she was, paralyzed on the left side. Hopefully, between the next 9 months to 18 months, the doctor's working on the nerves. She can get back to normal.
Her words are so powerful. It is incredible.
And she's moving people. We really are.
Sure is. Bob Woodruff.
Okay. So, from this video, I jotted a whole bunch of notes. And again, I like my stickies. I have a whole other page, but it's stuck to my notebook and I don't want to mess that up. So after I read through all of my notes, right, and I'll share those in a moment, I put it all together in my own thoughts by using a thought prompt. And I started my summary, which is really just me recollecting my thoughts with the important thing about this is. Using that thought helps me push forward, what is the most important, what's sticking with me that I would want to share with somebody else about Malala, about her movement, or about the story that I've just heard, right? So I said, the important thing about this is that even after Malala was targeted and shot for speaking out about girls' education, she kept right on doing that. She has even set up a fund to help girls. Also, she's only 16, but people all over the world are listening to her. So I took some notes, and I'll show you now. Right, the bullet in her head missed her brain, and 2 gunmen shot her, and her father's a teacher. Yes, those are all important notes and information. But is that the most important thing? I don't know. That builds my understanding. So again, I used my thought prompt. The important thing about this is, which led me to kind of summarize and really rethink my notes after the fact, okay? There it is for you to read to yourself. I'm not going to read that out loud to you again. The last piece I want to talk about before we go over your assignment today is let's focus on some note taking, Okay, we could talk about teen activism and Malala all day, but we'll be doing that over the next couple of class periods, next couple of lessons, right? But right now, let's just think about note taking. Okay, while you were taking notes for this Malala video, did you feel like, oh, I missed that, or I was scrolling, or you needed to pause in order to like collect your thoughts? If you did, that's normal. But today I want to give you some tips so that you can kind of quickly be jotting notes and really make the most out of your time and what you're reading. So first, write fast. And recording important facts or names, places, numbers, you need to make sure that those are exact. It is not something to mess up when you are writing about or recording, right? As a journalist, important facts, you need to make sure that those are correct. Capturing quotes, if possible, the context in which they were said, right? So not only saying like, oh, word for word, this is what that person said, but they also meant this by it, right? Like understanding why they said what they said. Record your own thinking, right? What do you see? What do you notice? What do you think? Because growing your own ideas is really going to be important for teaching other people about this topic. Okay, yeah, you can regurgitate facts, but I want to know the power of your words and your thinking after you've, absorbed all this. And again, use those thought prompts. The most important thing is, last one, at least for today, for note taking, another tip that is, if you have sticky note on sticky note or list on list or pages of notes from articles or sources or texts, you're going to want to start chunking them or organizing them. So not only that they make sense for you, but you can revise and add on under a topic or under a chunk, but also it kind of helps you organize your thinking and what you know about your topic already. So this is my example of what I ended up doing when I wanted to reorganize my notes. And it's really easy to type out notes and then move them rather than on my notebook, which has all of these kind of scrawled out notes. It feels authentic, but it's difficult to reorganize. So I'm glad that we are able to do this one online. Again, chunking your notes under subtopics or categories. So today you are going to continue reading and taking notes about teen activism and teen activists. The more that you read, the more that you'll absorb. So it's really important to take notes on what we're reading and really pull out what sticks out to you and what your thinking is. So yes, your task for today is to read 3 articles at this text set, and I'll show you where you can find that on Google Classroom. Okay, that is where we're headed now. So when you go to Google Classroom, session 1, I did link these slides, the ones that we used at the beginning of this video here, if you wanted to go back and watch those videos or anything like that. But here, session 1 is what you're going to do today. So here's that activist text set. You are going to click on that and choose 3 sources to read and take notes on. Okay, you can go through this. I already have the links in blue, so you can just click on it and go ahead and read and take notes on that. I have some examples, and those tips that we were talking about are also attached here. Okay, there's more. We're going to build on it, but the first 6 were the ones that we covered today. Okay, again, here are some examples, but this right here, your Teen Activist Notes session 1, is your assignment. So let's look that over. Takes forever to load. Okay, I did link the text set, so that same thing that you're supposed to find 3 sources from, I linked it in here too. 3 sources, 3 articles, 3 videos, whatever it is from that. I want you to choose 3, read through and take notes. Here are the tips that I've already given you today. Just feel like it was helpful to have it on the assignment. Here's an example from my Malala video. Notice that I put the title and the link, and then here are my notes. I even summarized it. Your turn. I want you to do that 3 times, okay? If you have questions or concerns, please comment or email me so I can help you as soon as possible. And I want you to do your best. Please don't stress out as much about this. It's really just learning about a topic as much as you can. And I want you to do this today. So you'll finish those 3 sources tonight, just like as if we were in class and you didn't finish in class. It's homework, same kind of thing. So I can look it over and give feedback before our next lesson. All right. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.